According to the National Electrical Code, Section 240.24b, panel boards serving as service equipment are permitted to be located in an accessible location either inside or outside a building or structure. There is an exception for a one-family dwelling unit. The panel board is permitted to be located in or adjacent to a bathroom if the location is accessible and not subject to dampness. Where the panel board is located inside the building or structure, the panel board is permitted to be located in any room or area that is accessible and not subject to dampness. The panel board must be installed so that the top of the handle of the breaker when in its highest position is not more than 6 feet 7 inches above the floor or working platform. Furthermore, the panel board shall be installed so that the bottom of the enclosure is not less than 6 feet 6 inches from the floor. This code addresses the accessibility and safety aspects of electrical panel board installations. The height restriction ensures that breakers are easily accessible for operation and maintenance. This is crucial for quickly disconnecting power in emergency situations or during routine maintenance. The code also addresses the environment where the panel board is located, such as bathrooms. The NEC recognizes that dwelling units may have space constraints that necessitate installing panel boards in bathrooms. The rules in the code are there for safety, maintenance, and potential issues. The location must be accessible and not subject to dampness. Dampness can lead to corrosion and electrical hazards. The term accessible is defined in Article 100 of the NEC. It means, firstly, accessible, readily, that it is capable of being reached quickly for operation, renewal, or inspections, without requiring those to whom ready access is requisite to climb over or remove obstacles or resort to portable ladders, and secondly, accessible, as applied to wiring methods, that they are capable of being removed or exposed without damaging the building structure or finish or not permanently closed in by the structure or finish of the building. Let us delve deeper into the significance of the 6 foot 7 inch height limitation for breakers. Its requirement is rooted in promoting safety and ease of use for individuals interacting with the electrical panel. Firstly, accessibility. The height restriction ensures that breakers are within reach for most adults without requiring the use of tools or climbing. This is crucial for quickly disconnecting power in emergency situations. Secondly, ergonomics. Placing breakers at a manageable height reduces the risk of strain or injury when operating them. This is particularly important for individuals who may have limited mobility or strength. Thirdly, standardization. The uniform height requirement simplifies electrical installations and maintenance across different buildings and locations. It also allows for easy identification and operation of breakers. The NEC also addresses working space around electrical equipment in Section 110.26. Adequate working space is essential for the safe operation and maintenance of electrical equipment. The working space requirements vary depending on the voltage level and the configuration of the equipment. Firstly, depth of working space. The depth of the working space in front of electrical equipment must be sufficient to allow safe operation and maintenance. The specific depth requirements are based on the voltage to ground and the presence of exposed live parts. Secondly, width of working space. The width of the working space must be at least 30 inches or the width of the equipment, whichever is greater. This ensures that workers have enough room to maneuver and perform their tasks safely. Thirdly, height of working space. The height of the working space must be at least 6 feet 6 inches or the height of the equipment, whichever is greater. This provides adequate headroom for workers to stand and move around freely. The NEC also addresses illumination requirements for electrical equipment in Section 110.2060. Adequate illumination is essential for the safe operation and maintenance of electrical equipment. The NEC requires that sufficient illumination be provided to permit safe and effective work. The lighting should be arranged to minimize glare and shadows. The NEC also addresses the identification of electrical equipment in Section 110.22. Electrical equipment must be clearly and durably marked to indicate its purpose and function. This helps to prevent confusion and errors during operation and maintenance. The markings should be readily visible and legible. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards that covers a wide range of electrical topics. It is important for electricians and other electrical professionals to be familiar with the NEC in order to ensure the safe and compliant installation and operation of electrical systems. The NEC is updated every 3 years to reflect the latest advances in electrical technology and safety practices. The NEC is not law unless it is adopted by a local jurisdiction. However, it is widely used as a basis for electrical codes and regulations throughout the United States. The NEC is published by the National Fire Protection Association. The NFPA is a non-profit organization that develops and publishes codes and standards related to fire safety. The NEC is developed by a committee of experts from various fields, including electrical engineering, electrical contracting, and fire safety. The committee meets regularly to review and update the NEC. The NEC is a consensus-based standard, which means that it reflects the agreement of a wide range of stakeholders. The NEC is an essential resource for anyone involved in the design, installation, or maintenance of electrical systems. It provides a framework for ensuring the safe and reliable operation of electrical systems. The NEC is a complex and detailed document, but it is important to understand its key provisions in order to ensure electrical safety. The NEC is constantly evolving to keep pace with advances in electrical technology. It is important to stay up to date on the latest changes to the NEC in order to ensure compliance with current regulations. The NEC is a valuable tool for protecting people and property from electrical hazards. It is important to use the NEC properly in order to ensure electrical safety. The NEC is not a substitute for qualified electrical professionals. It is important to hire qualified electricians and other electrical professionals to perform electrical work. Qualified electrical professionals have the training and experience necessary to perform electrical work safely and in accordance with the NEC. The NEC is a living document that is constantly being updated and improved. It is important to participate in the NEC process in order to help shape the future of electrical safety. You can participate in the NEC process by submitting comments on proposed changes to the NEC. You can also participate by attending NEC meetings and conferences. The NEC is a collaborative effort that involves a wide range of stakeholders. It is important to work together to ensure that the NEC remains a relevant and effective tool for promoting electrical safety. The NEC is an investment in the future of electrical safety. By following the NEC, we can help to prevent electrical accidents and injuries. The NEC is a commitment to protecting people and property from electrical hazards. Let's explore some specific examples of how the NEC height requirement for breakers can impact real-world situations. Imagine a commercial building with multiple electrical panels serving different areas. If the breakers are installed at varying heights, it could create confusion and delays in emergency situations. For example, if there's a fire, firefighters need to quickly disconnect power to certain areas. If the breakers are not easily accessible or if their location is inconsistent, it could hinder their efforts and potentially endanger lives. In a residential setting, consider a homeowner who needs to shut off power to a circuit due to an electrical problem. If the breaker is located too high, they may have difficulty reaching it, especially if they are elderly or have mobility issues. This could lead to a delay in addressing the problem and potentially increase the risk of electrical shock or fire. The NEC height requirement helps to prevent these scenarios by ensuring that breakers are consistently located at a manageable height, making them accessible to a wide range of individuals in various situations. Now, let's discuss the exception for one-family dwelling units that allows panel boards to be located in or adjacent to a bathroom if the location is accessible and not subject to dampness. This exception recognizes the space constraints that may exist in some homes. However, it's important to note that this exception comes with specific conditions. The panel board must still be accessible, meaning it should not be obstructed by furniture or other items. It should also not be located in an area that is subject to dampness, such as directly above a shower or bathtub. Dampness can lead to corrosion and electrical hazards. Even with this exception, it's generally recommended to avoid installing panel boards in bathrooms if possible. Other locations, such as a utility room or hallway, are typically preferred due to their low risk of dampness and greater accessibility. The NEC provides guidance on proper wiring methods for different environments. In damp or wet locations, the NEC requires the use of special wiring methods that are designed to prevent moisture from entering the electrical system. These wiring methods include the use of waterproof connectors, conduits, and cables. The NEC also specifies minimum clearances for electrical equipment from water sources. These clearances help to prevent water from splashing onto electrical equipment and creating a shock hazard. The NEC also addresses the issue of arc flash hazards. An arc flash is a dangerous electrical explosion that can occur when there is a short circuit in the air. Arc flashes can cause severe burns, injuries, and even death. The NEC requires that electrical equipment be labeled with arc flash hazard warnings. These warnings alert workers to the potential dangers of arc flashes and provide guidance on how to protect themselves. The NEC also requires that workers who may be exposed to arc flash hazards wear appropriate personal protective equipment. This equipment includes flame-resistant clothing, gloves, and face shields. The NEC is a constantly evolving document that is updated every 3 years. The updates reflect new technologies, safety practices, and lessons learned from past electrical accidents. It's important to stay up to date on the latest changes to the NEC in order to ensure that your electrical work is safe and compliant. The NEC is a valuable resource for anyone involved in the design, installation, or maintenance of electrical systems. It provides a framework for ensuring the safe and reliable operation of electrical systems. By following the NEC, we can help to protect people and property from electrical hazards. To recap, the NEC Section 240.24b mandates that panel boards are installed in accessible locations. The top of the handle of the breaker when in its highest position is not more than 6 feet 7 inches above the floor or working platform. The panel board shall be installed so that the bottom of the enclosure is not less than 6 feet 6 inches from the floor. There is an exception for single-family dwellings where the panel board can be in a bathroom as long as there is accessibility and no dampness. These regulations are in place for the safety and ease of use for individuals interacting with the electrical panel. Remember to always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local codes for specific requirements and interpretations.